We're going to have a common currency, and it will be, now here, this is important. I would say gold linked. There was a lot of misunderstanding about this. Everyone's saying gold backed.
Boil it down, Ripple's competing with the liquidity of Citi and the messaging of Swift, but in one, because we're both messaging and liquidity.
It's not a government agency. It has the appearance of it being a government agency, and they went to great lengths to give it that facade. Is because if you don't obey the rules that they set down for their own industry, you go to prison. And so it looks like a government agency. But basically the answer to your question is it's a banking cartel.
They plant the press stories, they put out lawsuits, they create as much of a fuss as possible, they try to get their government friends involved, and then they go, oh God, this thing's happening.
Countries will not give up their ability to control monetary supply. They will roll tanks into the streets first because it's giving up sovereignty.
XRP, the next Bitcoin. Actually, your question is XRP the next Bitcoin? If we work with the system to solve this problem, and we can solve that problem at scale, a problem measured in the trillions of dollars.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra. Bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by. Stuffing some bags, smashing them likes. Go ahead. Throw on those moon suits. Throw on those pilot shades. Buckle up. Because the future's extra. Bullish. Let's go full speed. Full throttle into the cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.11 trillion, up about 1.2% in the past 24. We got XRP in that number 5 spot, right around 50 cents, 2 for $1. We got Stellar XLM right around 11-12 cents. BTC 26,820 ETH. Right around 1640. We got XDC right around a nickel. Flare 0.0111. We got Songbird 00479. Taking a look at the altcoin season index, we are starting to kick back up into altcoin season. Currently at a 47. We need to be above a 75 for it to be a full-blown altcoin season. We got a tweet from Payment Infrastructure News to kick things off. Experts predict that 80% of the payment volume worldwide will use ISO 20022 standard by 2025. Cybos 2023. The era of instant payments. Global banks must turn to the latest. Banks have the opportunity to take advantage of this innovative technology to deliver the instant payment services the customers expect. Welcome to the internet of value. We got Ingrid BRICS. Economist Jim Rickers reveal how much the BRICS currencies can be worth. I would say gold linked, not gold back. You're linking a brick to a weight of gold. September 15th, 2023.
We're going to have a common currency, and it will be, now here, this is important. I would say gold linked. There was a lot of misunderstanding about this. Everyone's saying gold backed, get your BRICS unit. Let's call it a brick. I mean, I don't know what they're going to call it, but, 1 unit is defined as a weight of gold, and we don't know what the weight is. So I'll just say an ounce. It could be a kilo. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to call it. I don't know what the weight is, but 1 unit would be defined as a weight of gold. So let's say 1 brick, if you want to call it that, equals 1 ounce of gold. Now here I go back to Aristotle, who kind of invented the transitive law, and this is the brilliance, and this is all Russia behind it. This is, they didn't invent chess, but it is their national sport. So if you say 1 brick equals an ounce of gold, and the weight doesn't matter, it's just math. And we know that a weight of gold has a dollar value because the global gold market is in dollars, and you can buy gold with euros, but all the pricing, the futures, the derivatives, the unallocated forwards, all the junk that JP Morgan sells, all of that is in dollars. So if a brick equals an ounce of gold, an ounce of gold equals, today, whatever, 1950, give or take, through a simple transitive law, you get a brick dollar exchange rate. But here's the key. You're not linking the brick to the dollar. You're linking the brick to a weight of gold, which means that as the dollar value of gold fluctuates, and 1 brick is pegged to gold, the brick dollar exchange rate is floating, through a transit wall, but the BRICS don't have to do any work. In other words, make the dollar investors in the United States do all the dirty work. They have to maintain the market. They got to speculate. They got to hedge. They got to commit capital. The BRICS are just free riders. They just sit there and say, "Babe, we're announcing gold. What is it today? Let's take a look." So that's part of the brilliance of this. And by the way, this is exactly what John Maynard Keynes proposed to Bretton Woods.
XRP, gold linked, the mover of value. XRP, the universal bridge. We got the U.S. debt clock will hit 33 trillion marker on September 28th if the rates stay the same. Following days in September are key days. September 22nd, 23rd, 25th, and the 28th. 29th and the 30th. September is far from over. Something big is about to surprise us. Stay strong, stay extra safe, stay extra bullish. The SBI Ripple Asia launches XRP-enabled remittance service in Southeast Asia. Uphold says Ripple and Tranglo and SBI Remit have announced a joint venture. SBI Ripple Asia, the primary focus of this collaboration is to introduce Ripple's XRP-enabled remittance solution to bank accounts in the Philippines, Vietnam, and Indonesia starting this month. Since 2017, SBI Remit has harnessed Ripple's technology for cross-border transactions and in 2021 introduced a unique Ripple-powered crypto solution for money transfers between Japan and the Philippines. The expansion service targets countries with large remittance corridors. Partnering with Tranglo, the initiative will use XRP as an intermediary currency for speed, cost, efficiency, and enhanced scalability in global transactions. XRP, you know what's coming, they know what's coming, and they can't stop it. BTC who? ETH who? We got Ingrid, Rippleverse, Swift, real-time cross-border transactions between the U.S. banks and Japanese banks. Japanese financial giant to use XRP for international remittances. September 2023. XRP, the killer app. Crawl, walk, then we rock it. We got BitHump, another professional video by Zerpinator featuring one more XRPO. Developer says, hey, RippleX dev, we are build with confidence on the XRP ledger for speed, efficiency, reliability, and decentralization. We got crossmark.io.
Hi, my name is Ryan and I work at Crossmark. We are building a browser-first wallet on top of the XRP ledger. We offer a ton of features which lets you customize your experience while you send, receive, and create value using blockchain technology. You can learn more by visiting us on our website or joining us on Discord. Thank you.
Got banking giant Citi will transform customers' deposits into digital tokens that can be sent instantly anywhere in the world. XRP. We got 801XRP, Citi introducing a set of auto-enabling solutions to evaluate payment experience 24/7, 365. Cowboy Crypto. To really boil it down, Ripple is competing with the liquidity of Citi and the messaging of Swift and won because we're both messaging and liquidity. Welcome to the Internet of Value.
Messages to banks that have liquidity. So to some degree, Citibank and HSBC, really the top two, JPM, those are the top three liquidity banks. And when you're sending SWIFT messages, you're sending messages to banks to release liquidity and making sure the debits and credits match. So to some degree, really boil it down, Ripple's competing with the liquidity of Citi and the messaging of SWIFT, but in one, because we're both messaging and liquidity.
Got Faux Jack, Mr. Pool City, City of Twins. Today, the city unveiled the two digital asset solutions under the umbrella of the Citi token service. As the time comes, internal lockup, Rise offer the City of Twins. We got Kevin, We the People. It's a cartel. It's certainly not a government agency. It just has the appearance of a government agency. It's nothing different than a banana cartel or the oil cartel. These guys are just the banking cartel. The Federal Reserve is the banking cartel.
Well, you asked the question in your book, The Creature from Jekyll Island, what is the Federal Reserve, and what is your answer?
Well, what it is, it's a cartel. It's not a government agency. It has the appearance of it being a government agency, and they went to great lengths to give it that facade. It does have the power of government because Congress voted to give the power of enforcement to it. But in its essence, underneath it, it's a cartel. It's nothing different than a banana cartel or an oil cartel or sugar cartel. It happens to be a banking cartel. They got together, they drew up the rules and regulations for their own industry, to self-regulate their own industry is what cartels do, and then they sent it to Congress, and they took off the label at the top that said banking cartel, and they erased that, and they said Federal Reserve Act. Congress passed it into law, and that's why we think it's a government agency, is because if you don't obey the rules that they set down for their own industry, you go to prison. And so it looks like a government agency. But basically the answer to your question is it's a banking cartel.
You can just hear the banks panicking now when they adapt to the new financial system.
You can just hear the bankers panicking right now.
But what?
Just
what
feel the panic in their voices. But here's what always happens. The first thing that happens is they try to go, oh, it's nothing. And they did that. I mean, that's with every new industry, every new technology comes along, the powers that be, the incumbents, the status quo, all say, it's nothing. Don't ignore the man behind the curtain. This is nothing. And then all of a sudden it's too big to get in there. You know, they're going, oh my God, I got to face this thing.
Gary, are you there?
And then they all line up and they wrap their arms together and they say, we're not letting this happen. And then it keeps going. And then they say, okay, well, let's sue them. Or let's go get the government.
There's another thing too. They adopt the technology. I think.
No, that's at the end.
They will adopt this technology.
No, this is the last thing they do. No,
yeah, it's like
it's after. It's after the press planning. They plant the press stories. They put out lawsuits. They create as much of a fuss as possible. They try to get their government friends involved, and then they go, "Oh God, this thing's happening."
Gary, are you there?
How big do you think this can get, this crypto means? Are we at the start?
We're in a very, we're in batting practice. Like the game hasn't even started.
Will the banking cartels adopt XRP, the universal bridge, the internet of value, or will they roll tanks in the streets?
I agree with Jeremy, full stop. The thing to think about, I think, is if you approach the regulators with you need to adapt to us, I mean, that is dead on arrival. Like in my experience, and globally, and frankly, even here in Davos, meeting with financial regulators in all kinds of countries, I think we have to acknowledge. Ben Bernanke, the former head of the U.S. Fed, came to one of Ripple's customer events, and one of the things he said is, countries will not give up their ability to control monetary supply. They will roll tanks into the streets first because it's giving up sovereignty. Now, we can debate whether or not some countries at the longer tail ever had control of their money supply. But the G20, I think I agree with Jeremy that cash is anonymous and private and all those things. But if you ever walk into the bank and ask to withdraw $20,000 of cash, they're going to ask you a lot of questions, at least in the United States and other G20 markets. And so the way I think about it is in terms of solving
that's a risk-based approach, right? It's sort of saying if you're gonna.
Ripple's been working with governments, regulators, and banks from the very beginning. XRP, the universal bridge. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why they want you out. XRP, the next Bitcoin.
From the get-go, Ripple has worked with regulators, and we have worked with regulated institutions like banks, where there isn't regulatory uncertainty. And so we have found that part of the reason why XRP has performed well is because people realize, hey, wait a minute. Back to your question, is XRP the next Bitcoin? Back to your question, is XRP the next Bitcoin? If we work with the system to solve this problem, and we can solve that problem at scale, a problem measured in the trillions of dollars, then there's a lot of opportunity to create value in XRP.
Plans within plans, within plans, within plans. XRP hidden in plain sight. BTC was just a test. Get ready for the XRP ledger to go live. Blockchain backer says still relevant. I believe that the bears are going to get left behind in an epic fashion. We're all addicted to something. Our addiction of choice is buying crypto, XRP, and those utility assets for the transformation of wealth, the transformation of all value. They know what's coming. We know what's coming. And they can't stop it. When XRP reaches the value of 1,000, there'll be more people waiting to invest than at 2 for $1.50. And meanwhile, the fuzzsters are crying. The 1% diamond hands out here. We're buying. Where will you be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally set free? Later glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock News. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those bags, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below. Drop an elbow on that like button. From the top ropes, we'll catch you up here, top floor, on the mothership. BYOB. Be your own bank. Bring your own bags. Because XRP has clarity. Peace out, crypto ghosts.
XRP, she see my bag, she wanna marry me. XRP, what you want my bags now?
Back like a love of few bags here. Party going down all night and yeah. Shout out to the fam, diamond hand, oh yeah. We knew the plan for hella years. You see the XRP, she wanna marry me. So many years we ain't really eat. More worried about trying to eat a dip. At all costs we went all in. Pulling up in something that drive itself. Pulling up in something that fly itself. They say 20K, your whole life changed. Well, I'ma have a few more lives then. 2017, I've been priced in. They got priced out, chilling with the ducks.